a shower towel. It should be long enough so that you can do all the stretches that I'm about to show you here. We're going to start by stretching out the tight muscles in the back. So in upper cross syndrome, these upper fiber trap muscles get tight. So place a towel right behind your head, and you're just going to let the weight of your hands pull your neck forward. So just completely relax. Don't add any extra pressure. Just let the weight of your hands grabbing the towel pull down your neck naturally. You also have gravity in your favor as well, so this will also help to stretch these muscles. Now, when you're stretching, you should not feel any sharp pain, no burning, tingling, or numbness. You should just feel like a very comfortable stretch that you are able to hold for 5 minutes if you had to. That's the intensity of the stretch that you want to feel. So in the meantime, take nice deep breaths in through your nose. Use that belly to breathe. Try not to use your chest. And exhale through your mouth. Now you're going to just turn your head in the same position as if you're looking to the left, trying to look at your elbow or something on your left side. And you should feel the stretch intensify on the left side of your neck. Keep breathing in through your nose. And with every exhale, the stretch becomes more comfortable. Now turn your head to the right. Look for that elbow on the right side. Inhale and exhale through the nose. The reason why we hold our stretches so long is because this actually allows the muscle to be able to relax. Head back to the center and straighten up your back as much as you can. Your head will still be pulled forward. This will help to elongate really even more. So weight of the hands, but stretch your back up nice and straight. Your head and chin are still tucked forward. Keep breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. When you release, let the towel go, and it's you that is bringing your head up nice and slow. Do not rush. We're going to stretch the side of our neck now. So let's stretch the left side first. So if you mirror me, we'll do the left side. And you're going to hold the towel on the same side you're stretching and side bend away from the towel as you see here. So the reason why we're doing this is going to hold down the first rib, and it's going to make the stretch of our scalenes and the other muscles on the side of our neck even a better stretch. In through your nose, out through your mouth. With every exhale, your head falls deeper and deeper into the side bend, and the stretch becomes easier. Again, you have no numbness, tingling, or burning. Now when you recover, slowly lift your head, keep holding the towel. Now let's switch the towel on the other side. So switch it to your right side if you're mirroring me. Hold the towel down tight by your side to hold that shoulder down, and side bend away from the towel. So if you're mirroring me, you'll be side bending to your left with your head. Inhale and exhale. In through your nose, out through your mouth. With every exhale, the stretch becomes easier and easier, and once again, you should not be feeling any numbness, tingling, or burning going down the side of your neck or into your arm. If you are, just reduce the angle of the stretch or stop completely if that does not resolve the numbness, tingling, or burning that you're feeling. We're only partway through the video, so there's plenty left of things that you're going to be able to do. And give yourself time. If your body's very inflamed and you're not able to do these exercises right away, just wait for your body to adapt. And when we recover, we're going to now stretch our chest muscles and get an arch back into the back. So use a towel, reach overhead, and take really deep breaths here. So imagine your chest, there's like a hook on your chest, and it's lifting you up towards the ceiling, and you're just feeling a nice stretch right in through your chest muscles. These muscles that we're stretching, the upper fiber trap muscle before in the back of our neck, and now our chest muscles are the muscles that are typically very tight with upper cross syndrome. Really reach up, really feel that stretch. And now we're going to do a little bit of strengthening work for the rhomboids in the back. So what you want to do is keep your elbows pressing back and just kind of lift up and down. So really pull your shoulder blades towards your tailbone and gently lift up. So keep your shoulder blades squeezing as if you're squeezing a sheet of paper between your shoulder blades. Elbows staying back, squeeze those shoulder blades down towards your tailbone. Down towards your tailbone. Squeeze down, elbows back, press your elbows back to the back wall. Squeeze your shoulder blades down and squeeze if you're trying to hold a sheet of paper between them. Great, now finish reaching up. At this point you should be able to get even better stretch into your chest. Really let it rise. Now deep breath in as you stretch up towards the ceiling and down. So now just reverse the other way. Just give yourself a little bit of a break. Touch the floor here. Don't forget to breathe. Relax the neck. Relax the shoulders. And slowly recover up. We're going to stretch the back of the neck again. Towel right behind your head. Use the weight of your hands to pull your neck down. So you'll notice that this will be a little bit easier this time around, or should feel a little bit easier. And the more you do this video, and I recommend at least doing this video 3 times a week initially to really notice a difference. So now in this position, you're going to slouch forward and sit back up. And slouch forward. When I say that, I mean slouch backward, but keep your head forward. And slouch back so you're getting the movement in your rib cage area, and sit up nice and straight. So the entire time your head's being tucked in, chin still towards your chest, but the fact you're moving your thoracic spine, you're working those muscles in the back, you're trying to get the strength back into your erectors of your back, and you're also putting an extra stretch when you sit up nice and tall on your trapezius muscles to really stretch out the back of that neck that tends to be very tight. So stay sitting up nice and tall here and let your head recover up. Going to be moving on. Now we're going to just try to get a little bit of an arch in our thoracic spine, our rib cage area in reverse, because tend to be very hunched over in upper cross syndrome. We want to get that extension back. So fold up the towel in half and in half again, and then now roll it up. If you also have a foam roller or a water ball, you can just use that, but for the sake of this, we're just going to use a towel. Now you can go onto a chair. The stool was a little bit too low, but still it gives you the same idea. So you're going to put your elbows right up onto the chair, and you're just going to let that towel or water bottle or foam roller bend back, trying to touch the back of your shoulder blades. And now this will also stretch out your chest, and take deep breaths, inhale and exhale, and imagine every time you're exhaling, you get more of a bend into your back. So now let's take the towel again. Let's have a seat up. We're going to now strengthen our deep neck flexor muscles. So you want to put the towel just about an inch underneath the chin So when we squish the towel, we don't want to do excessive. We just want to touch our chin, because what we don't want are these muscles popping out of the neck. We don't want those. We want to tuck as much as we can without popping those muscles. So if we put the towel just an inch right underneath and we use our eyes to look down, that initiates those deep neck flexors right away. And now you tuck the chin towards the towel and then lift up. That is the basis of the movement. It's not complicated. So always look down, slightly compress the towel, and look up. Look down, slightly compress the towel with your chin, and recover back up. So we're going to spend a lot of time here because the deep neck flexor muscles tend to become very, very weak, especially with people who have upper crust syndrome. But generally, we just lose the strength in our neck because we tend to overcompensate with those upper fiber traps in the back, and then those muscles that you saw pop out of my neck, those sternocleidomastoid muscles. And why they're overactive is because they're trying to stabilize your neck. Your neck is not strong. The core of your neck is not strong. So you have these muscles overactive, trying to now compress your neck, and then it's giving you the pain up in the back, and we just want to avoid that. So really bear with me here because we're going to be taking a lot of time. Let's slowly recover back up. So don't forget to look down, look down, look down. Look as if you're trying to look for your fingertips the entire time. Slightly compress the towel with your chin and hold that. And recover. So repeat the same thing every time. Look down for your fingertips. Slightly compress the towel and hold it. And recover. Look down, compress, hold. And recover. So now we're starting to get into a little bit more of a compression of the chin into the towel. So if you can and you feel that those muscles aren't popping out of your neck, you can start to begin very slowly starting to compress and more into the towel. Again, really compress, look down for those fingers, and look back up. So there's a neurological connection from our eyes to those deep core muscles of our neck, and it gets them to activate right away. So that's why we look down. It's very important to look down. So these are exercises that you can do throughout the day, even without. So when you're waiting in the lineup or anything like that, or you're at your desk, there's a bit of a break, you can just do 15 to 20 chin tucks just like this, just to really help engage, especially if you're doing a lot of desk work all day, or you tend to find yourself in a seated position all day. This is something that is really good to help reverse the effects of sitting in that position. If you need a break, just pause the video. Otherwise, make sure your quality of the movement in the chin tucks are good and you're not beginning to compensate with those other muscles. We have our last one here, so make this one a good one. Tuck as best you can with as much pressure without activating those sternocleidomastoids, and recover. So now we're going to lie on the floor, same thing, that rolled up towel right under our neck. The This is great therapeutic exercise. We also want to work on our belly breathing. So it's important that you see my hand and my belly rise, and the chest is rising very minimally. What this is preventing is that first rib from elevating. So remember the stretches that we were doing in the beginning with the towel on the side of our shoulder, and we were stretching out the side of our neck? Well, again, the reason we were putting the towel on the side was to help keep the first rib down. When you suffer from upper cross syndrome, typically that first rib tends to be elevated because you're hunched forward, you're putting a lot of pressure on the diaphragm. And if you can't properly breathe with your thoracic diaphragm, then you're going to breathe more with your chest. So it's very important to do this exercise, to finish off with this, to really help to lock in these changes that we just did. But then this is also another therapeutic exercise that I want you to incorporate every night before you fall asleep. So you're going to inhale through your nose for 5 seconds. The first 4 seconds should come from the belly rising towards the ceiling. The last second, your chest. And when you exhale, let everything fall naturally. So we're going to breathe for 5 seconds in, hold for 5 seconds, and exhale for 5 seconds, and hold for 5 seconds before you inhale. Inhale for 5 seconds, nice deep belly breath. Hold for 5. Exhale for 5. And hold for 5 before you inhale. Inhale for 5. And hold for 5. Exhale for 5. And hold for 5. Inhale for 5. And hold. And exhale. And hold before you inhale. Deep belly breath in for 5. Hold for 5. And exhale for 5. Hold for 5 before you inhale. And inhale. And you get the picture. So keep repeating that in your head. 5, 5, 5, 5. This is called square breathing. Concentrate on the belly button rising and falling. Nice deep breaths. And nice long exhales. So that wraps up the video we have today. And I want to thank you for giving this video a shot. And if you keep up with this, again, I recommend 3 times a week initially, you will start to notice changes, especially if you have any pain in your shoulders or your mid-back. It's because over time, posture will start to give these symptoms. And now the problem isn't where we have the pain, the problem is this posture, and the problem are these different areas that are targeted simply because you have muscles that are too strong in some areas and weak in other areas. So this video really gives a nice introduction to stretching out the tight muscles and strengthening the weak muscles. If you have any requests of videos you want to see from me in the future, please leave that in the comments below. And if you want to see any of the new videos I release in the future, please subscribe to this channel so you won't miss out. Thank you for all your support.